here it's Tennessee, so we're gonna get the best guys here. That's just every year. Every time we're out there, it's competition. Nobody has a spot, nobody's comfortable. We're all working to get better.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Four-star offensive lineman William Satterwhite is in the boat, commits to Tennessee over the Clemson Tigers. Also had offers from over 30 different schools, including Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, and others. He's the 16th commit in the class of 2024 for Josh Heupel and this coaching staff, sitting just outside the top 10 according to 247 Sports. Prior to this commitment, we'll see if the numbers move any after this one. Fourth offensive lineman in the boat for Glenn Ellerbe. A couple of nice prospects on the inside. I know Tennessee still needs to add some tackle bodies, but what you're looking at on the inside, couple of four-star prospects, Max Anderson and now William Satterwhite in the boat. This is a big one, and I know, earlier in the week didn't get the news we wanted on Ronan O'Connell, three-star interior offensive lineman. And a lot of that's because he was an in-state kid, Franklin, Tennessee, even though he's from New Jersey, it still kind of softens the blow now that William Satterwhite is in the boat. We're going to get into it. Take a look at his profile, look at the scouting report, also watch a little bit of highlights coming up here in just a second. But as always, you guys know what to do. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. Quick, free, and easy, and it helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. What it does, it plays a numbers game of YouTube. It recommends this channel to other Tennessee fans, and that's what we are trying to build, is a community of Tennessee fans. For the fans, by the fans. We're not media. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are just like you, for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I go live every single Monday night. Every Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We play some NCAA football, but we also talk all things Tennessee. So come hang out. Should be a good time, but let's jump into it. Let's take a look at William Satterwhite again. Four-star interior offensive lineman, 6'3", 295 pounds, out of Akron, Ohio. He's a four-star across the board, no matter where you get your recruiting information, on 247 Sports, ESPN, or Rivals. Now, the On3 industry rankings here at the top, what that does is it composes all of the numbers from all four recruiting sites and gives you an overall grasp of where he's at. 7th-ranked player out of the state of Ohio, 13th-ranked interior offensive lineman in the country. Now, this is one that it came down to Clemson and Tennessee. That's his final two going into decision day earlier today. He took an official visit early June with Clemson, and then Tennessee got that last visit on June the 23rd. Coming off of the visit, man, a lot of people felt like William Satterwhite was starting to trend towards Tennessee. When asked about his visit, said he got to spend some time with the players, guys, and coaches, of course. Said the favorite part of the visit was getting to hang out on the lake with some of the O-linemen, having fun in the water. Man, what a blessing it is to have your stadium right there on the Tennessee River. All those kids like to go out on the lake, on the river, have a good time, and that's something Josh Heupel is utilizing on these official visit weekends. Said he got to spend some time with the coaching staff, got to bond with the other recruits as well. Said, I didn't really need to see much. I was just finalizing a couple of things. That was the quote from William Satterwhite coming off the visit. Sounds to me like he was checking a couple of boxes. He liked what he saw in Knoxville. Tennessee was in earlier than Clemson. I don't know how much of a factor that played, but also you look at the depth chart at Tennessee. William Satterwhite, Max Anderson, some of these guys are going to have an opportunity to come in and compete for playing time early. Also, some of the things that I read, sounds like William Satterwhite was excited about coming to play in the SEC. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here, get those rolling on the screen, and we'll jump into the scouting report. This comes from Gabe Brooks, a national scouting analyst for 247 Sports. It says William Satterwhite is a dominant high school tackle who projects to a mauling interior O-line role in the long run. Broad-bodied with corresponding point of attack strength, quick to engage, plays with a wide base and good leverage, cognizant of inside counters and secondary rush and combats with some pop in his hands, generally keeps hands inside defenders' frames, but often wins with strength and motor. Goes on to say here, disengaging from him is not easy. Will take targets to the ground when opportunity arises. Checks the multi-sport box with basketball participation. Bit of segmented mover at times, and inconsistencies in footwork reflect that. Can improve balance and body control, particularly when engaged. Lack of ideal athletic context in regards to combine testing data. High major offensive line prospect who we see as an excellent interior offensive line projection, but could potentially provide some roster flexibility as well. Could become a multi-year Power 5 starter with an NFL draft ceiling. So that is the scouting report on William Satterwhite. Something I like. It's tough. We talk about offensive linemen, the ability to evaluate offensive linemen at the high school level, because so many times when you're watching film, watching tape, watching highlights, first of all, nobody shows the ones where they miss blocks, right? It's a highlight film. You're only seeing the good plays. But also what we see is a lot of times just bigger, faster, stronger than the other players. And on the offensive line, that's what I'm reading there in the scouting report. Bigger, faster, stronger. But what I like about Glenn Ellerbe, hey, it's fair. It's fair. Some of you guys, myself included, a lot of people have questioned Glenn Ellerbe's ability to recruit. And I know I've said it way more than I want to say it the last couple of weeks, but it goes back to last year in the offensive tackles. You needed to land 50% of those guys. Tennessee landed 25%. They got Shamrod Umarov in the boat. We are struggling this cycle to get those offensive tackle bodies. What is it? You can make excuses. We can talk about the up-tempo offense and kids not wanting to play in that. Or is it Glenn Ellerbe? But one thing that I do know is Glenn Ellerbe has the ability to develop talent. And that's what I like. If you get these guys like Max Anderson, like William Satterwhite, that have the bodies to play in the SEC, you bring them in and you let Coach Ellerbe develop them. And I think he has the opportunity to do that. You got to be satisfied with where they're at on the interior offensive lineman. Let's take a look at who Tennessee's got in the boat. Of course, on the screen does not include William Satterwhite, but you add him, a couple of 4-star prospects on the interior with Max Anderson and William Satterwhite. Also, you've got Gage Ginther in the boat there, listed as an interior offensive lineman, but I do believe Gage Ginther is going to play some offensive tackle. And that's a guy that, again, when you talk about player evaluation, we've heard that Gage Ginther is better than people think. Now, we're doing a film breakdown on him coming up on Sunday morning. Be looking for that. It'll be uploaded bright and early. Spoiler alert, Coach Jay agrees. He thinks Gage Ginther is underrated. So if the evaluation is there, you like Ginther, Anderson, William Satterwhite, Jesse Perry also in the boat, 3-star offensive tackle. But that's something Tennessee has to find an answer to. You've got 4-star offensive lineman Bennett Warren. He gives you that big tackle body. He's going to probably be making a decision mid-July, possibly. Sounds like it is down to Michigan and Tennessee. What's concerning is it seemed like Tennessee was in a very good spot. I still think Tennessee is in a very good spot with Bennett Warren. But Michigan was expecting to get the commitment from Michael Uini. Instead, the offensive tackle ends up at Georgia. So Michigan is circling back around and coming after Bennett Warren. Also sounds like, according to VolQuest, Texas A&M trying to get involved here, trying to get him on campus after the dead period ends. So Tennessee's going to have their work cut out for them with Bennett Warren. Where do they go from there? I think you're going to have to do some evaluation going into this senior season of high school football, and Glenn Ellerbe is going to have to find an answer. There's also a new answer in college football, and that is called the transfer portal. And we've seen them utilize that. This coaching staff has done a good job. I think they're going to have to look to add some offensive linemen in this upcoming offseason. But what do you guys think? Hit the comment section. Let me know. Let's talk about Glenn Ellerbe. You can talk about William Satterwhite, what he brings to the table, his commitment, winning him over Clemson, Alabama, Georgia. That's a big win on the recruiting trail. But what do you think about Glenn Ellerbe and recruiting and the lack of tackle bodies? I want to get into that, talk about it. We'll jump into the comment section and discuss it. Again, if you haven't done so yet, please smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you want to do a little bit more, hit that join button down below. It's $1. That's all we're asking for. $1 a month. You can become a member of this channel. You get access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis that you can use in the chat. You can use in the comment section. You also get access to fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits. Look, when we're doing these live streams, we had 2,000 people in here yesterday hanging out. It's hard to get to all the comments. I try to highlight the member comments on the screen so you guys have a voice here. We also, again, do the fan call-in shows where we get you guys on the show and have a good time. Always one of my favorite streams. You can also go check out the merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. But as I say every video, if you don't have the money to give, donate, or buy, don't worry about it. Smash the thumbs up because that's quick, free, and easy. Jump over in this comment section and let's talk a little Tennessee football because this It's the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.